Hi beauties, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. For today we're going to be doing a skeleton. It's like this cool skeleton. He wears his hoodie and I just really want to do it. I think it's a really a cute take on the skeleton. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I create this skull look, then please stay tuned. Don't forget to like my video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Subscribe. Hey, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Let's get started. Hey beauty, so we're starting off with our Mehron makeup palette, going into the white color and putting that all over the face. Now this brush had a little red on it, so it made it pink, so I was not feeling that. So you'll see we'll go in with another color that's going to make it look whiter. But right now we are setting the brows with some powder before going in with the makeup and putting that all over so that we cover the whole face in white makeup. Now that we've gotten that nice and coated over the brows, we're going to bring it down to the neck and also down to the chest because we're going to do some chest work for this one and neck work. So now I'm going into the Fruits Cosmetics palette. This is Fruits Melody, and I just went into the white color and dusted that around to set the paint. And just tap a white shadow over the paint just because you just want, it dries it on its own, but I like to set it. I felt like it wasn't wide enough, so I went into my Lashing Out Glam graffiti liner and I used it as a paint, and I just painted that all over my face. And as you can see, I put it over my lips and even on my ears. So these graffiti liners, if you do get them, they're not just for liners. You can use them for face paint. You can use them for a bunch of different things, and they are bomb. As you can see, look at how much more wider that made it. That's what I was looking for. So now I'm going into the black graffiti liner and I am creating the hollows of the eye. So I'm just creating the shape that I want right now and making sure to clean that up. And doing the same on the other side, trying to make it as even as possible. That's really probably my biggest struggle, is trying to make things even. And we're doing the side. And now we're going to create the hollows of the cheek. So this is going to be like the jawbone. And I just went a little bit overboard, so I was cleaning it up with a little bit of white. Now we're creating the teeth. When you start off with the teeth, it's literally just lines on the bottom and top of your lip and on the side. So just try to match them up from the top and bottom. And bring the jaw from the tooth up. And then we're creating little cracks, which is going to create some texture for when we get further into the skull. So those little lines look like lines now, but we're going to shade them and make them look a lot more in depth. So now we're going to start to create the shadow around the jawbone. And I literally just went into this black shadow in the Fruit Spade palette. And I'm just tapping it from the top of the jawbone. And I'm going to fade it out as I go down. And it's going to be in the shape of the jawbone. So I'm not going to do the whole bottom. You'll see the shape that we create is going to go from the teeth up. And then there's going to be like a hollow that's going to be created. So we're literally just adding the black and creating the shape, and then we're going to just fade it out. So just take your time with this. This is not a quick look because it has so much detail. You want to really take your time with it. Just tap, tap, tap to get the depth, and then make sure to just really get in there. Now we're doing the same thing on the other side, just tapping right at the line, creating the shape of the jaw going around the teeth and bringing that up, and then starting to fade the black out as we go further down the cheekbone. So it takes some time. Like I said, I'm going into the black, and then as I'm fading it out, going into a little bit of white so it kind of grays out, so we get a gradient here, because We don't want it to be just like a solid black to white. You want it to have a gradient here to create the shadow. So I'm literally just taking my time, as you can see, and blending this until it gets to where I feel like it should be. Then I went over the line that we created for the jaw just to make sure that it is nice and precise now that we have it shaded, and it just cleans everything up. So just take your time and get that line nice and perfect. When we're first putting the lines, we're not worried about it being perfect because we'll clean it up. We just want to kind of get an idea of where everything is going to be. And now we're creating that bottom jawbone and literally just using what's left on the brush to create that, because we don't want that to be dark at all. That's just kind of going to be a hollow. And now I'm going to fill in the hollows of the eye. So it's going to be black all the way around. And I'm using the black paint in the Mehron palette to do this. But if you don't have like Mehron, the Mehron palette, or like a black paint, you can use like a black cream liner for this, and it will give you the same results. So just a little tip there. You don't have to have all of the products I have to create this look. You can use what you have at home. If you have a white paint and a black eyeliner, bam, you got it. And then a black eyeshadow, and you can really create this look with those things. So just a little thought there in case you are wanting to create this look and don't have all of the things that I have. Now I'm going into the black shadow and the Fruits Bait palette from Fruits Cosmetics and adding that over the black just to set it. And I'm going to add that, of course, all the way around, and just tap that on to get the maximum pigmentation and make sure that these hollows of the eye are super black. Now, I finally figured out how to do the teeth, you guys. My teeth were always like just not good. So what you do is at the end of the line where you create your teeth, create a little triangle. So go around every line that you have for the teeth and create a little triangle the way I am right now. And when you're first doing it, it kind of looks crazy, like it doesn't make sense, but man, it really, this is it. Like, this was the secret that I was missing on how to get my teeth to look like really good. So just do the triangles like I'm doing right now. They don't have to be perfect, but you know, of course, try to get them as perfect as possible, but they don't have to be perfect. So don't like obsess over it. Then after that, on the bottom, go ahead and create a line going across the bottom of the teeth. So right at the bottom, literally just have a line going all the way across. You can see they're already coming together more. And so I'm just doing this line, making sure it's nice and prominent, going across. Now we're going to go ahead and do the triangles at the top and doing the same thing at the end of each of the lines, doing the triangle. And this is an upside down triangle for the top ones. Take your time. It will be all worth it in the end. Like, I was so happy with how my teeth came out, because normally I've tried to do skulls and my teeth were the biggest issue, and I could not understand what I was doing wrong. So I'm so happy to be able to show you guys how to do it. So now that I got all the triangles, I'm going to shade the bottom. So after you do the line, you do want to shade it so that it's more of a shadow than just a direct line, and then kind of pull it down a little, like, because it's supposed to be the shadow of teeth. And then do the same thing at the top. And look at those teeth, you guys. Look at my teeth. They look so good. So now I'm creating the nose. I'm using the black graffiti liner once again, and just creating the shape that I want for the nose hollows. So just do this little squiggly kind of design and then fill it in. And I'm doing the same on the other side. I always have issues with this part as well, so take your time, and you can always fix it with using white paint and deleting if you need to start over, so don't stress out too much. So now I'm going to fill this in, and I'm not done with the shape. As you can see, the shape is going to change a little as far as how it goes, but look at that. So that's how the nose looks. Now we're going back to the teeth, and we're going into the white graffiti liner and shading in the teeth so they'll be nice and white. And look at how good the teeth are starting to look, y'all. So literally just shade in all of the teeth. When you shade them in, they're going to lose a little bit of the definition. So we're going to also go back in with the black to redefine the teeth. But this is just going to make them stick out more and just look more like teeth. So literally just shade everything in. And do the same on the bottom, of course. And my teeth were not perfect as far as the size. I got big lips. It was hard to get it to be perfect with the top because my bottom lip is bigger than the top. So, yeah, I had to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? So now that those are all filled out, I'm just shading a line on the side. And then I'm going in with my black graffiti liner and redefining the teeth once again, like I said. So that line that goes between the teeth, I'm literally just going right back through that line to make sure that the teeth are defined. And then on the side teeth, I just made extended the line of where my mouth opens. And look at these teeth, you guys. I actually learned how to do the teeth. Now we need to create hollows of the top of the teeth. So just use the white paint and not the paint, but the graffiti liner to just make a little bit of a hollow of the teeth. And that is it, y'all. The teeth are bomb. Now we're going to start shading those lines that I was telling you. Those lines we were creating are going to be kind of like cracks in texture in the skull. So now I'm going in with my black shadow from the Fruits Babe palette, and I am tapping it along the line and then starting to push it up to blend and going into the white to create more of a gradient to make it go from black to gray to white and just give it more depth. So take your time with this part because, like, once again, it's going to take some time. You really, really want this to be like bomb, right? So you just want to take your time and just tap, tap, tap and blend, blend, blend to get it exactly how you want it. And I'm just tapping and tapping and tapping. And blending and blending and blending until the fade is exactly how I need it to be. It will require you to go back and forth. Now we're just creating a little hollow by the eye. Just give it a little texture. And I'm literally just shading really, really lightly with a little black and creating some little cracks around where we have those lines. So there's like cracks in the skull. Then went in with a big fluffy blending brush to just blend everything out and make sure that it all looks nice and seamless and just has that character that you need for it to just have the depth of a skull. I'm doing the same thing on this side of the nose here. Be very careful here because there's very little space to work with, and just redefining some of those lines that we created and shaded out and creating more cracks. And I'm going over my brow there, so I had to go over it a couple of times. And I am just creating little lines and little shadings of texture to bring this to life. It's a little black shadow, and I just literally gently created that little line and shaded with it instead of doing a harsh line. And now I'm going back into the graffiti liner and creating a line and creating cracks in the skull. And then we're going to do our neck work. So now I am creating like where my throat would be, doing the lines where all of the bones will be in the front of your chest. And I am looking at a picture to give me a little bit of a guide as to like where I want the bones to be and how I want it to look. And I'm going to bring this up all the way from the bottom of my neck, from the chin down. So right now we're just doing lines on the ear. There's no rhyme or reason here. We're just doing lines to create some texture and character. So don't get too bogged up in this part. This is supposed to be like a Tate Langdon skull, but then I kind of did my own thing with it. So it started off as like a Tate Langdon skull, which is from American Horror Story, and then I just decided to glam it up and just add a little bit more definition. But the neck work, I was looking at his neck and just trying to create shading and create more character in the areas where we are creating those bones. And now I'm going in with the white graffiti liner to add some more texture and add more character. And then I'm just making sure that everything is nice and black. And the eyeliner, I use the e.l.f. eyeliner, the cream liner, to go into the waterline, make sure everything is super black. Then these are black rhinestones from Amazon. I use my duo glue, and I'm just putting the rhinestones down all around my eye so that it's just nice and glam. Adding my mesmerized lashes from Eyelash Darling. Boom. Look at this, y'all. I am so impressed. I did not know how this would come out, and I am here for it. This is my best skeleton by far, and I hope you guys love it, and I hope I was able to give you the instructions nice and clear. Halloween is coming, y'all. All right, beauty, so this is our final look. I am loving it. It is like beyond what I expected. Now I did the neck work, but I also bedazzled it because you know that's what I do. I do the bedazzling, and I am here for it. Oh my god, these teeth, y'all. I love it. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions in the comments, please let me know and I will definitely answer them for you. Thank you so much for your support. Please share this video. Let other people see how to get this look. Halloween is coming, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all inspiration on things that you can do. So please stay tuned to my channel. I have more to come. Please have other people subscribe because we are about to bang these looks out. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment below, like the video, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and don't forget to be your own kind of beautiful because there's only one you. Bye.